Now what we're going to do now is perhaps go right back to basics and answer the question, why do we open the airway? Now with all CPR, we're doing the recovery position, we always say to people, open the airway. And I know you're looking at it, keeping the airway clear so they can breathe. So just have a little look in a bit more detail why we do this. Now with this person here, they're laying on the floor. What can happen is they may be laying on the floor, they may not be breathing, but this is not anything to do with a respiratory or a circulatory problem. It could simply be that their tongue has fallen to the back of the throat. Therefore, they've stopped breathing. So what we're going to do is the head tilt, chin lift. We place one hand on the forehead and the other hand on the bony part of the chin, and we're going to tilt that back. What that's doing is it's pulling the tongue away from the back of the throat, therefore opening the airway. Therefore we can hear whether they're breathing. So when we put our ear down, we can feel, listen and see that the person's breathing. It's a very simple method. So to show that in a little bit more detail, we're just going to use this model. So what I'm doing is I've got my hand on the forehead and also onto the bony part of the chin. By tilting the head back, you see it's starting to pull that tongue away, and now it's fully away from the back of the throat. So it's quite easy for the air to go in and out, and we can assess whether the person's breathing or not. So you see how simple it is. A simple action like tilting someone's head back and opening the airway can save their life. It will mean that the air's passing and they may well start breathing. You may well find this happens with someone with a helmet on and they're sat in a car with their head pushed forward. But also one thing to always remember is, just always be aware of the spinal injury. You don't want to be pulling the head about too much in case there's a problem there. There are other things just worth mentioning is the jaw thrust. Now, it's something that we used to teach in first aid.